Hey, if you're a teenager right now, just trying to figure it all out, this one's for you. We're going to talk about some real deal advice, the kind of stuff I really wish an older sister had told me. We'll cover everything from dealing with social pressure to actually building a future you're excited about. So yeah, let's dive in.
So look, this is not me lecturing you, okay? Not at all. Think of this more like a conversation. It's from someone who has been right where you are, and honestly, I just want to help you dodge some of the struggles and the self-doubt that I went through. 'Cause yeah, it can be tough.
All right, Section 1, Finding Your Own Path. This is all about navigating social pressure and comparison. So first things first, let's get into one of the biggest, toughest parts of being a teen, right? That feeling of trying to be you when it seems like everybody else is doing something totally different, maybe something you think is cooler.
Man, it is so easy to fall into that comparison trap, isn't it? You're just scrolling through your phone and all you see is everyone's perfect highlight reel. The amazing makeup, the parties, the viral videos. And then at school, it feels like everyone is obsessed with the same exams or getting their first job. If you're into something different, you can feel super left out. But you have to remember, what you see is never, ever the full story. Their perfect life online doesn't show the tough stuff, and your real, sometimes messy journey, that's what makes you, you. It has its own story and its own value.
Let me give you a real example. The person who inspired all this advice, she decided to start a YouTube channel. Meanwhile, all her friends were getting jobs, earning money, doing the normal thing. For the first year, nothing. She was totally demotivated. After a year and a half, she was full of doubt, so close to just quitting and following the crowd. But for 2 whole years, she kept the faith. She just kept working, believing in her own path. And then, bam! One video went viral, hitting 1.5 lakhs views. The point is, taking a different road is almost always harder. But harder doesn't mean it's wrong.
It really comes down to this quote. Don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you are insulting yourself. Seriously, your journey is yours. Trying to compare it to someone else's is just pointless. It totally disrespects your own story.
Okay, so we're trying not to compare ourselves, right? Well, that also means we gotta be super careful about whose opinions we actually listen to. It is so easy to get buried under what everyone else thinks. So the big question is, whose opinion should you actually care about? How do you know what's real and what's just noise?
Well, here's a really simple, practical tool you can use. I call it the 3-question filter. Before you let any criticism sink in, just stop and ask yourself these 3 things. 1, how important is this person in my life? Really? 2, are they actually trying to help me or are they just trying to put me down? And 3, do they have any real-world experience with what they're talking about? If the answer to any of those is no, you have full permission to just let that opinion go. Poof, gone.
All right, next up, building your future self. This is where we turn skills and confidence into your superpower. So once you start blocking out all that outside noise, it's time to look inward. Let's get into building 2 of the most important things you'll ever have, your skills and your confidence.
20 minutes. That's it. That's the number I want you to think about. And I know what you're thinking. 20 minutes with school, homework, friends, family. Who has time for anything extra? I get it. But what if I told you that those 20 minutes a day could literally change your life?
See, here's the trap we all fall into. This all-or-nothing thinking. We figure, if I can't practice for an hour, what's the point? But that's so wrong. Just pick one valuable skill, say video editing or graphic design. Commit to just 20 minutes every single day. You do that for a year, I'm telling you, you'll be ahead of 95% of people. That tiny bit of effort, done consistently, will put you light years ahead and open up so many doors for you down the road.
But listen, skills are only half the story. You also need confidence. Let me tell you about Pooja and Neha. Pooja was the class topper, super smart, excellent grades, but she stayed in her comfort zone. Neha, on the other hand, was more of an average student academically, but she had incredible confidence. She wasn't afraid to get on stage, to speak up, to face her fears. And guess what happened? Years later, Pooja got a good job, but she kind of got stuck. Neha? She started lower, but her confidence helped her get promotion after promotion. Your talent means nothing if you don't have the confidence to show it to the world. And that right there is the real secret about confidence. It's not about walking into a room and thinking, I hope they will like me. True confidence is walking in and thinking, I'll be totally fine if they don't. See the difference? It comes from inside you. It's not something other people can give you.
You know, another way to build that inner strength is to have something that's just for you. There's so much pressure to make every hobby look good on a college application, right? But forget that for a second. Find that one thing, singing, dancing, cooking, a sport, whatever, that just makes you feel alive. And do it for you. Not for a grade, not for a resume, but just because you love it. Just for the joy of it.
Okay, next section, protecting your well-being, because your mind and body are your greatest assets. Seriously, everything we've talked about, your confidence, learning new skills, your entire future, it's all built on this one thing, your well-being. So let's get into how to protect your mind and your body because they're literally the most valuable things you own.
Think of your mind like a computer. The formula is simple. What you put in is what you get out. So if your input is constant drama, toxic influencers, and self-doubt, well, the output is going to be feeling low, anxious, and totally unmotivated. It's such a silent trap. You have to be absolutely ruthless about what you consume. Unfollow accounts that make you feel bad. Curate your feed to be a place that energizes you, not drains you. And you know what? That exact same idea applies to the people around you. They say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So just for a second, pause and think about it. Who are your 5 people? Do they lift you up? Do they make you want to be better? Or do they kind of drag you down? It's so important to surround yourself with people who've got your back and challenge you in a good way.
And look, the first happiness in life is a healthy body. It's so simple, but we forget it, especially when you're young and feel like you have endless energy. But your physical health is the foundation for everything else. You can have all the success in the world, but what good is it if you don't feel good enough in your own body to actually enjoy it?
And looking after yourself doesn't have to be some huge, complicated thing. It can be super simple, like get outside for some fresh air and sunlight every day. The best times are within 2 hours of sunrise or 2 hours before sunset. Find one sport that you genuinely have fun playing. And hey, check your posture, especially after you've been hunched over studying. These little things, they add up and make a massive difference.
Okay, for our last section, let's talk about your foundation for life. These are the 2 things that will really keep you grounded when things get crazy. Gratitude and faith.
I know, it is so easy to get annoyed with your parents sometimes. It can really feel like they just don't get you. But here's the thing. Your parents are pretty much the only people in the world who love you completely unconditionally. Almost everything they do, even the stuff that drives you crazy, comes from a place of love. So just try to see things from their side once in a while, and more importantly, take some time to just thank them. It can change your whole relationship.
And then there are those times when you feel totally alone, like nobody in the world understands what you're going through. In those moments, connecting with a higher power can be an incredible source of strength, and you can call it whatever you want. God, the universe, whatever feels right. The key is to talk to that higher power like a friend. Don't just ask for stuff. Ask for guidance. Ask for strength to get through.
But remember this, faith is not a passive thing. It's a partnership. God helps those who help themselves. You still have to do the work. You have to put in the effort and have a pure heart. And when you combine that hard work with faith, that's when the universe really starts to work in your favor.
So to wrap this all up, I want to leave you with one final question to think about. After everything we've talked about, what is one thing, just one small thing, that your future self will thank you for starting today? Maybe it's that 20 minutes a day on a new skill. Maybe it's deciding to finally unfollow that toxic account. Or maybe it's just having a real conversation with your parents. Whatever it is, what's that one thing you can start right now? Seriously, think about it.